Welcome to the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast, where we talk life, love, and everything in between. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. I'm your host. Go ahead and some of that. Well, go ahead and run that back for him. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Now, I am your host, Jason Gerard. Now, if you didn't catch episode 4, let me give you a quick recap. Episode 4, we talked friendship over 40, where we realized where the small circles are getting smaller but stronger. Now, I hope you caught that episode, and if you didn't, shame on you. You know what you need to do. That rhymed. I like that. Wait a minute. We might be on some flow today, y'all. But you know what you need to do. Go back and check our episode 4 so you can be in tune with everything that's going on here with the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast. Now, today, episode 5, we're talking career-ish. The things that they don't tell you in your 20s. The things you wish they told you in your 20s. The things that, how come did nobody tell me this in my 20s? Which y'all setting us up or what? Now, I know for me, when I came up, the story was go to school, you get your degree, or you try to get your degree, or you either go to the Army or, the reserves or some type of service, or you get a job. That's just how it went. Now, I worked in high school, but working in high school compared to working after college or through college, well, after college is different, because in high school when you're working, I'm paying, a pager bill. Oh, my pager, dog. Oh, it was cranberry. Don't play with my pager. And then I had got me a clear case too. Man, y'all couldn't tell me nothing. But I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. Back then I paid for gas in my car. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing. But, the rest of that money was mine, because I like to walk through. Y'all see this sweater? I'm just saying. It's cute, ain't it? But fast forward to your 20s. You've graduated college and you're moving out into the world, and it's all on you. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you're doing at this point, the responsibilities of life are all yours. And I remember for me, the reality was when I got into the workforce and was officially working full time as an adult, these are my responsibilities now. And I had to pay my car note and my car insurance all by myself. Oh my God, the horror. Could you imagine me in my 20s? I had a brand new Civic. Don't play with it. I had went to college and my grandparents was like, we're going to get you something for, doing good in school. We'll finish the rest later. But got my brand new car, you know what I'm saying? But then when I had got out and everything and was in the world, they would say, well, you have to pay it. These are all your responsibilities now. And so that part began to kind of stick with me, because I thought, oh God, no, I really got to work hard to make sure that I am taking care of myself. I won't have to ask anybody for money or anything like that. And at the same time, you're trying to climb this ladder now because everyone's telling you, stay on your job. Whatever you do, stay on your job. Keep your head down and work. And, you climb the ladder. You get all the way up as high as you can get, you know what I mean? And then one day you'll retire and you'll be sitting on all this money and the rest is history, and what they don't tell you is that you'll be underpaid, overworked, and figuring out things as you go, because that's what happened here. Because you're out there and you're doing your thing and you're working hard. You're trying to show, your education. You're trying to show that I belong here and that I'm a force to be reckoned with. And you're really running the race with this in mind, that this is going to pay off for me in the end. And sometimes you look at it and you feel like I'm just paying my dues. I'm just trying to get where I'm going. At least that's how I looked at it. That was the mentality that was given to me. You work hard, you climb up, and everything will work out. You know what I mean? Your loyalty to the company will pay off. All these things will work out in your favor. And you get to your 30s and you're realizing this ladder ain't right. It's some pigs missing off this ladder, or it was a turn it was supposed to take, or something, because I've been working and working and nobody said nothing. I'm actually getting looked over for stuff. At this point, I'm getting a little burnout because these bills are circling back and they're getting higher and higher, because the more money you make, the higher your bills get. And so the burnout is starting to kind of set in, because you're thinking now, like, well, is this like life? Am I like just going to be here to pay bills? Is that's what this is about, you know? And again, to add insult to injury, with at this point feeling like you're overqualified and underpaid, because you have been the busy bee who knows how to work the company. You know what I mean? You know how to do your job, the other people's job. You train the new hires and everything, and they're still walking past you. And it's kind of like, what's happening here? And, you know, I'm watching people that are less talented than me get roles above me. I'm watching people walk into my office that have no skill sets, that are now working over me, and I'm trying to figure out how this happened. How am I training someone to do something that now you're doing it above me? I just kind of want to, I don't know. I'm just going to pause for a second, because I just want to understand that, you know? And so, it was then that I began to realize that my job is not my peace. You know what I mean? My job is not this great family. We're just a family. We just love each other. Stop. But this is a place of productivity. This is a means to an end. This is to get from point A to point B. This is to pay these bills. This is to put food on your plate. This is to keep water running in your home. This is to keep you with a fresh haircut. You know, this is what this is about. So keep the main thing, and let everything else be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And so now in my 40s, I view career very differently, where stability, peace, and health are very much top priorities for me. I am not going to be stressed out and losing my mind about this job. And I say that with very, very much gratitude and all of that, you know, because two things can be very true at one time. You know, I can be very grateful and very blessed to do what I am doing. But I also can be tired as hell. And, you know, I'ma just say that, you know what I'm saying? Because the burnout, it gets real, you know what I mean? And even more than that, when the burnout brings question of purpose and wanting fulfillment, because this can't be it. There must be more to life. I don't know the rest of the words, but it was a song way back when, by someone that I can't remember either, but it was something about more to life. It has to be more to life than this. And getting to that space of realizing now that I don't just want a paycheck. I don't just want a paycheck. I need to have some purpose. I need to have something to look forward to in my day. I need something that I respect and that it respects me. I need something to put respect on my name. You know what I mean? And so with that, I had to learn, or realize I'm learning, I should say, because I'm not even going to act like I just have figured this out. I'm figuring this out now, you know what I mean, in my 40s. Hey. But, you know, learning now how to pivot, learning now how to switch lanes and kind of, you know, toggle, if you will, to find a better space of balance that works for me, so I won't be so burnt out. Because I know for me, my burnout is going to show. You know, I'm very professional. I'm very much an even keel employee, if you will. You know, it's very far and few you're going to see me sweat. But there are times when I am at the end of my rope, when I'm going to need to step out for a second. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to have to step out for a second and just kind of reconvene, because if not, I'm going to lose my job. So realizing that, where you have to get to that space where you're like, no job is worth my sanity. No job is worth my sanity. I refuse to be in the hospital with those socks on, going crazy, because yes, I know about the socks. Don't play with me. I have lived a few lives. Amen. But the Lord is good. What? Oh no, wait, where's my song? What's my song? What? Dorinda, I'm still here. I had saw her singing one time at the Potter's house. And I Am Still Here by Dorinda Clark Cole is my favorite gospel song. It is my testimony. and she was going down the aisle giving roses, and I really wanted her to give me a rose, and she didn't. But I still love the song, and I still love you, Dorinda, and I hope one day I get to meet you and you get to sing that song, real hard for me in my face. And I just love that song. But no job is worth your sanity. You know what I'm saying? And so realizing that it's important to keep the main thing and find avenues outside of that where you can find peace, where you can find more balance, And so the thing that's unfortunate, well, I won't call it unfortunate. I won't say it's unfortunate, but the things that kind of are the truths, the unspoken truths, where it really is networking over hard work. That's a quiet truth that I have learned the older that I've gotten. Hard work plays a part, and it's needed, and you want to make sure that you get the work done. But if you're looking to climb the ladder and position yourself and make that money, networking really plays a stronger role in that. I can remember there were times when I applied for positions. I applied for a particular position and I didn't get it. And the feedback I got was, well, Jason, we don't really see you a lot. And I thought, well, what the hell does it have to do with anything? I work. Did you see my resume, boo? Do you see this productivity, boo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have trained new hires, boo. Like, please don't get me started, boo. Just saying, I'm over it, but it really sat with me, because I thought, well, what the hell am I working so hard for if all I need to do is come up here and, rub elbows? If that's all I need to do, then why am I doing all of that? You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, the further that I've been able to climb up the ladder, what I have realized is that these titles, they don't equal peace. That's not the end all be all once you have gotten to this particular title. There are so many titles that I have worked within my career that, I look at those titles before I get them, like, wow, I want to be this. Wow, I want to be that. Wow, I want to be this. And then you get to those roles and you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, I did it. I'm still paying bills and, stressing. So it doesn't necessarily save you, you know what I mean? But what can help you, I'm learning now, is these multiple streams of income. Come on now, them side hustles. Yeah, get you a good side hustle. But no, the side hustle, the multiple streams of income definitely play a part in lessening the load of the 8 to 5, mental load of the 8 to 5, and financial load of the 8 to 5, because, that one job got to pay everything. But if we get some multiple streams in here, I'm just saying we can do some things. Now, now this is something that I'm putting into practice now myself, because I have been one that was very nervous to rock the boat for quite some time. And until I realized that I am the boat driver. I don't know what you call a boat person. Is it a boat technician, a boat leader? What you call them? A boat a nautical. I want to know what they call them. I'm a boat person. I'm driving the boat. Damn it. So with that being said, I have come to understand that even with exploring multiple streams of income now, that it's even possible to start over if I want to. Now, I ain't trying to tell nobody to go out there and quit their job. Don't be calling me, emailing me, talking about some, Jason told me to quit my job. No. No, I ain't telling you to do nothing. I'm just saying you get to that space now where you can explore other options and you realize I can start over. And for so long, I was afraid of starting over. I kept thinking it's going to take so much time and I don't have the time to do this and I don't have the time to do this. Well, time is passing by. As you said, you don't have time. So you could be using that time to explore other options and start over, So that's something to all consider as well, but in the grand scheme of it, what I learned, and I'm hoping that you will learn as well, is that you are not your job. You are an entire person outside of that work, outside of clocking in, outside of logging in, outside of swiping that badge, outside of all of that. You are a whole person with a full life that deserves to be lived, as opposed to sitting in your house waiting for tomorrow to come so you can start work again. That ain't no living. That ain't no living. You're supposed to be thriving, not just surviving. Shout out to my big sis on that one right there. But for real, you should be. You know what I'm saying? So in our 20s, they told us work hard and it'll all work out. But in reality, career games are hidden between all of that, with networking and elbow shrugging and all this type of BS. But you can rewrite these things in your 40s. You can start a new path. You can go back to school. You can learn a trade. You can't go to the service in your 40s, but you can go volunteer. Yeah, I ain't going. But, if that's what you're into, I'm just saying. But there's so many things that you can do at this point in your life where you can really start anew. So don't give up. Realize you are not chained to that desk and you can do anything that you can put your mind to. I am living proof. That's all we got today, dog. Now, first, I want to do one more thing, though. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, what career truths have you learned in your 40s? What hard truths have you learned in your 40s with your career? What have you experienced that really turned the tide and made you look at your career a different way? Drop it in them comments because I want to know. And I know, again, I ain't the only one. I'm just saying. Now, tune in next time for episode 6. I'm asking the big question. Can we talk about love without the bullshit? Without the ego, without the pride, without the arrogance, without the attitude, without situationships. Can we get vulnerable and talk about love without the bullshit? That's my time today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast, where we talk life, love, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jason Gerard, and until next time, bye.